Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler with Geek Plays, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast, episode 10. And Hakuna is giving me a big host. Appreciate it, homie. So, you know what we're talking about.
And I'm here too.
Yeah, he doesn't matter.
Dick.
How am I supposed to shout you out? You don't have Twitter, you have YouTube, you don't stream, but you want me to just give everyone in the world your name?
Well, you can call me the Wonder.
You can find him on Facebook. His name is, is that what you want? Is that your goal in life, is to just have that happen?
Well, I'm the Wonder Weapon. Dream with me all the time.
Used to. You don't talk to me anymore. You got a life.
I do too.
You grew up. You got a life. No, you just have a girlfriend who hates letting you dream. Really does. You could be playing video games all day, but as soon as you try to start streaming with me, then it matters. And it's like, no, fuck you.
She's very greedy.
Fuck you, goat man. But so yeah, it's fine. This is Wonder Weapon. He used to play video games with me. Been on the podcast times. What do you want me to say? He was once good at football, now he lives at home with his parents and does nothing. Is that what you wanted?
My choice.
Is that the shot you wanted me to fire? Is that the shot you wanted me to fire? Because I fired it, and I missed.
I would have been just fine if it wasn't for this COVID bull.
Maybe?
I mean, maybe.
You'd be working for a little bit. Who knows if they would have kept you?
Sounds like it was a pretty good possibility. Gonna keep.
Yeah,
and
but
I know I would have been chosen.
I don't.
I do.
No, because that's not how life works. Nothing good happens.
Well, because it would have been technically 4 out of 7, because one kid left, he quit.
Hmm.
And then the other one, accidental, let's say.
So are you. Seen yourself? This whole thing has to be an accident.
I was.
I know, that's why.
You don't just have a child at 39.
Well,
out
you
of spite.
could.
Well, except for the one chick that lives out north, had her two untied so she can have another child because she has money for every child she has, because every single one of them has a disability. Because you get,
it sounds
she bought a new
fucked up.
house just with that she had.
Okay.
And they run around with clothes.
Speak up a little.
No.
Okay. So I will talk, he will just move his mouth, and you'll never know what he's.
That's fine.
He's just saying, fuck you, goat man, over and over and over again.
So, UFOs.
UFOs. Confirmed now by the Navy. Navy declassified some UFO videos and were like, yeah, we don't know what the fuck these are. Bigger question, why has everyone on the planet seen all of those videos before they declassified? That's the bigger question. Got answers?
Well, I'd have to see the video, because I haven't actually seen the video, I just seen the
fucking bitch.
deal. But I don't know, I'll have to watch the video first, where I can confirm that I've seen
Fucking guy. Jeez.
I was really into aliens for a while, so I didn't know. Okay. Got a blob.
We got Dot.
Got a blob. A white blob. Like some clouds.
It kind of looks like the Millennium. If you look at it and kind of tilt your head and squint, Millennium Falcon.
Look at it, tilt my head, and squint. It looks like a black blob now.
Well, color shift, bud. Color shift. Oh, no, it does.
That looks like one of those little spin top things. Table?
This one's wild. Very quick white dot.
All recorded by the Navy.
Apparently. They're claiming to. It's a TIE fighter.
Falling balls, dude.
Right?
By the ripples in the water. That fucker looks like it's going 600 mile an hour.
Right? See,
so that's all they said? They just said they don't understand. They don't know what
I
it
don't
is?
know. Pentagon declassifies 3 previously. Oh, previously leaked. Okay.
Well, that would explain why we've all seen them.
Yeah. Is that the first time it ever... See, because all the other ones were just officially releases UFO videos taken by Navy pilots. So it's like, oh, why have I seen these before? ABC News is the only trusted source that actually tells me anything. How the fuck does that work?
That's not good.
So, I don't know. Like, they're UFO video. Does this shock anyone that it's basically confirmation that shit we don't? Like, I mean, think of how vast the universe.
But you'd be stupid, more stupid
To think there wasn't anything else.
I think there wasn't any.
Dude, the galaxy is so insane. Like, our moon is... You ever thought about the moon? And
I've thought a lot about how it got there, because there's a lot of theories.
Well, because look at every other moon compared to their planets in our solar system. The moons are tiny as shit.
Yeah.
Yet our moon is huge in comparison to other moons. Not... I mean, it's still huge in, like, the grand scheme of things, too. Looks pretty small when you look up in the sky, but it's ways over there, you know.
Well, it's big enough to have its own gravitational pull. That's what controls our high tides.
Yep. Which is wild.
Yeah.
Space is wild. Aliens are wild. Would you ever want to meet aliens? Like, sit down and have a conversation?
Depends on their objective is. If their objective is to eat me,
You can convince them not to. You gotta talk.
oh, you think my intelligence level is going to convince them not to eat?
Maybe?
They're just going to feel pitiful for me because I'm just retarded, or what? Like,
Maybe?
oh, he's a little special. We're not going to eat this little guy.
Yeah. You'd be like Sam. Sam's my dog.
Sam's a little special.
Sam's
a little
dog.
more special than I am.
Sam's be like that. They'd keep you around as a little Sammy.
I hope they have good treats.
They'd give you
I
scratches.
hope they have ice cream.
No, but like, I don't know. What if, okay, first question before I get into actual shit that a good topic to talk about. Why are aliens, whenever people make a movie or like take a picture of them, why are they always naked? Like, wouldn't you think that this super high developed, like, far off species is probably gonna have better fashion than we do? Like,
Well,
why the fuck are they naked
Have
all
you ever
the
seen
time?
Battleship? You've never seen Battleship.
Oh,
You should.
why?
That's like one of my favorite alien movies of all time.
We're
Besides
top
The
podcast
Sign.
right now.
But,
Signs is fucking. Hey, look at that top podcast.
oh boy.
I've been streaming really weird stuff lately, and I've been
Okay.
which isn't saying, like, I streamed Madden 19, so the old Madden, not even the current Madden. #1 streaming that. Star Wars The Old Republic, #1 on that. Like, anything that's not like a Call of Duty or a Fortnite or, you know, big games that are out right now. I run the leaderboard. I'm goated on the sticks. But, yeah, why?
That's why you need to watch Battleship.
Why? What's their explanation?
No, they're not explaining anything. They're just wearing actual...
Oh, that okay.
But it's badass.
What's your idea? Why do you think people always think they're naked?
I don't know. Maybe.
But you think if we develop far enough as a species, we're just gonna be like, yeah, we don't fucking need clothes anymore. Restrictive.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some aliens breathe through orifices on their body instead of like, kind of like a frog. So maybe they have to be naked in order to breathe. Ah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever seen that movie, like the knockoff brand of Sign? They're like,
I know there's a scary movie that
no.
has a knockoff of Sign, or maybe it's just a full on.
I don't know. I remember seeing an alien movie where they like piss out their fingers and stuff, and they're like talking to the aliens.
Yeah.
He like sticks his finger, and he's like swabbing the mouth, and he starts peeing in his mouth. He's like, we pee out of our mouth or out of our fingers, and he's like, that was funny. The only funny part of that whole entire movie, the rest of it was retarded.
That's kind of the point of those movies. Be dumb.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't even a funny dumb. It was just dumb that just makes you head. Like,
It was just a dumb.
they tried
dumb.
too hard to make the.
But like, okay, so there's theory that so let's say aliens came down, knew a lot more than knew, like, here's a device that can cure cancer. You like slap it on somebody's chest for a while, and after a while the cancer's gone, right? I don't think humans could live. Not the curing cancer itself, but like you have to develop it as a collective yourself. If we just get handed, here's the key to poverty, cancer, all of our problems, we wouldn't accept it.
Well, you know what would happen? The government would steal it and then throw it away because they can't control people as well if they have, the key to poverty and cancer and.
See, but if we know we have that key, the government. Aliens ain't giving the government shit. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's fucked up.
Well, that's why the government always wants to hide it, and they want to over the alien. They want the technology. They don't want the people to have it. The people.
Fuck them people.
Well, you think about it, like the pyramids, Egypt, impossible.
No.
For the time period that they built that thing,
What time period
how
did they build
precise
it?
they built it.
What time period did they build it?
I just know it was a very short time they built that thing, and it just.
Oh, I thought you meant like the period in the overall time, like.
No,
5,000 years ago or whatever.
No, I can.
That answer's wrong.
There's always been a kid that wants to go, oh, let's go stack a bunch of blocks, but
the answer for when it happened is wrong. Because judging by the tools that they are said to have used and how they had slaves build it, that's our theory, is slaves. There is no way, if you run the math, not only the quarrying process for those blocks and the moving them process. Wheel hadn't been invented yet, according to what we think. There's no wheel. So they're moving these blocks like 300 miles from where they're quarried to the pyramids. You have to be cutting a block perfectly every 5 minutes.
Right.
And moving it and then stacking one every 5 minutes, 24 hours a day for the 20 years that we say it took. Slaves can't be that precise.
Well,
because they don't give enough.
Right angles. Even today, we have a hard time making completely right angles.
And we do it by sticking. Here's a thing. We'll stick them together. These there's blocks. They're not blocks, like boxes, kind of, that they have made that are just dug out versions of them. Like it's one solid piece of granite that has perfect right angles in the bottom. That makes no sense. They did that with fucking stone tools. Fuck off. I don't buy it.
Yeah, they had help. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if they had help or... So, I showed you the thing. I don't know if I have a way. There's a graph showing all the different times of major climate change throughout Earth's history that we know of. By finding, something. Different ways of sediment or, can't think. Whatever. Different things we can kind of see, where climate has changed, in a very large period of time. So, this huge dip in temperatures happened somewhere between, 10,000 years ago and 20,000 years. Like, we can't pinpoint it to, like, this is the day this bitch happened. But we're like, somewhere in here, some major event happened that caused a mass heating or a mass cooling of Earth. And so, I can't remember. What does the internet say? How long ago were the pyramids I almost said was the pyramids built? Fucking grammar. Archaeologist believes Egypt's large pyramids prominent after 3000 BC, which would be what, 5,000 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Give or take. Well, 10 to 15,000 years, the Younger Dryas cooling event, which I've showed you videos, kind of. Beresovka mammoth. Heard of the Beresovka mammoth? Well, I showed you the video, so yes, you've heard of the Beresovka mammoth. But for those of you that haven't, it was a mammoth that was found preserved, and the reason it was found was the ice cap it was like buried under started melting away, and there were like coyotes and wolves gnawing on the exposed flesh of this mammoth. And when they fully dug it out, they, were testing it, and it was so perfectly preserved that humans ate it. Apparently it tasted awful, which could be freezer burn?
Yeah, probably.
That type of a thing. But the interesting thing was in its stomach and in its mouth were still perfectly preserved, like flowers and leaves and greens, which makes no sense. It would mean that this mammoth was flash frozen within a matter of hours. Just boom, froze. So if they dated it to like the very last bit of when the Younger Dryas cooling event was. But that seems to line up with the idea of a giant comet that hit Earth, and when a comet hits Earth, it would fuck up our atmosphere enough that the atmosphere would kind of go away for a bit, which would cause a mass cooling that would freeze you almost instantaneously, like this mammoth.
It just exposes the surface of the Earth
to the vacuum of space, basically.
Space is very cold.
Very cold.
So I guess that makes sense.
So that's an idea for how that happened. But, so if we look at certain events like that, there's also a time period where there could have been, like, the flood. The biblical flood was a thing. Not that God did. It wasn't because it just started raining and the earth went full water mode. But, I mean, think about it. If you're a person, you live in a place where there's no water. All of a sudden, what I think happened was everything had started heating up. It was after an ice age. Glaciers started heating. But instead of, just melting off the sides, it was the tops would melt and cause, like, a giant, lake of water in this glacier. That, if they got hot enough, would break open and send a bunch of water in places there was never water before. So for you, if there's a glacier that you know of, but there's no water, and then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and your house was on a hill, You look out and everything below the hill is covered in water. For you, the entire world is underwater. Because there's no internet. You can't just call your buddy and be like, hey, is there water near you? Like, right. that's not how that would go. You'd just see your entire world flooded. So, which, so if you look at all these different massive, like, world-changing events, and you think about, our idea for how long let's see, how long have humans existed? Let's see what the idea for this. Have we been on lockdown? Who gives a fuck? About 200,000 years for humans. What we think we understand of our history as a species is about the last, I think, like 7,000 years. And that's barely because we're piecing shit together like with Egypt.
Right.
Which isn't going well. But so there's, 190,000 years of shit we just don't know. And look back at our last 200 years. Look at how far we've advanced.
True.
Is it not possible that not aliens, maybe aliens, I don't fucking know, nobody knows, but is it not possible that the lost it, that our species, prior to one of these massive events that changed everything on this planet.
So you think we were more technologically advanced than we realized? And because we had a cataclysmic event which basically wiped all of that. Okay, so we started.
Yeah, because
kind of like if we had an EMP pulse from the sun.
I mean, think if 90% of humans got wiped out by, like, if an asteroid hit and killed most of us. Some of us would live. That's how humans work. We're weird, and there's gonna be somebody in a bunker or some fuckhead just off over there that just didn't notice. But, if humans disappeared now, in, 200 years, all of our cities would be gone. Because we have not designed shit to stand the test of time without human maintenance.
Well, and that makes sense. The only thing that survives time the best is stone.
So what of our civilization would be around in 100,000 years? Mount Rushmore, pyramids will still be there, Sphinx will still be there. All the things that we've made out of stone will still be chilling. They'll be big chilling, while all of our other buildings that we've designed to have upkeep on them, bye. They're gone. They're out. And, whoever finds, the remnants of them years from now will be trying to figure out what it is. They'll be trying to figure out what the fuck Mount Rushmore is. Why? Are these their gods? That will be a thought. Like, if humans were to disappear today, most of us, and, 200 years, somebody stumbles across Mount Rushmore, the thought is going to be that'll be a thought. Maybe not the only thought. That'll be a thought, and that's hilarious. But, so, could it be aliens? Sure. But I like to believe that we didn't spend 194,000 years as hunter-gatherers. Because I don't buy it. Now, could we have been hunter-gatherers and then advanced so far and then had a cataclysmic event that sent us back into being hunter-gatherers until we could develop things far enough again? Sure. There's too many weird coincidences. Like, all of these, well, not all, but like a bunch of these historical places with this crazy shit that's been Machu Picchu, the pyramids, Easter Island, and a bunch of other places, I think 27 archaeological sites are all on the same line around the globe.
Yep.
All using some of the same building techniques, same quarrying techniques, as the others in a time where there was no contact between any of these civilizations, according to what we know. I don't buy it. Like, I don't buy it. There's something else at play somewhere. Because even right now, as much as we know each other, if me and you both said, I'm gonna go build a thing, we're both just gonna build a thing, I see a 0.001% chance we build it the exact same way.
Oh, yeah.
That's not how humans work. Because somebody will think there's a better way, an easier way, just a different thing that you could do to make, I feel like this entire podcast has been rambling about crazy theories. But I just don't buy it.
There's just a lot of things throughout our timeline that just don't make any sense.
Like the Sphinx. I think I told you this already.
Water erosion?
Yeah, water erosion on something that when we found it had been buried in sand for, hundreds of years. And there's water erosion that dates back to, I think, 27,000 years? Maybe even longer. But back to a time when Egypt wasn't a desert.
Right.
It would have been like the Amazon rainforest. That's the type of erosion we see on the Sphinx. So, I don't know. Nobody ever talks about that. Nobody ever wants to talk about how weird Egypt
Nobody wants to talk about it because nobody has answers.
Well, no, because they all say we do have answers. It was, 5,000 years ago, made with copper and stone tools and by slaves. The math doesn't add up for that to be. Doesn't. Can't convince me to buy it. So back to aliens. Got way sidetracked there. So aliens, weird idea. I don't know. How do you think, as a human race, we'd handle aliens? What if aliens came down and said they had space laws and told us we had to follow them?
Well,
space law.
Technologically, we would probably have to listen to them or die.
Problem, we're humans. We'd choose die.
But not as a whole species. They might give us, every individual, either follow or choose.
Here to space law.
So,
I don't know. Aliens are wild.
That or they got a Death Star just trained on the Earth. Oh, nobody wants to follow? Okay. Beep.
What if we
human race?
So, universe is vastly, right?
Right.
I can't remember. I think we can see 13.8 billion. But there's nothing that leads me to believe that there's a true edge to the universe. You get somewhere in the universe, just ends in it.
Right.
Which I don't know what that is. It's almost impossible to conceive nothingness. To think about what nothing means. Because, closing your eyes, you just see, the color black. Which, apparently, I learned this the other day. Blind people don't see that. They just see nothing. And that is very confusing, because I can't comprehend what nothing is.
Yeah, right?
Because to me, nothing is when we lose the lack of the ability to see, we just see blackness. Right? It's just darkness.
Right.
But apparently that's not what blind people see. Or don't see, I guess. Whatever. I can't comprehend it. But I don't think the universe has an edge. Now, the universe is ever expanding, and that's the idea for how the universe dies. It gets stretched. It's so thin that the inevitable heat death of the universe. It's an idea. Kind of how an explosion dies out. Because if you go off the theory of the Big Bang, you have to go off of the theory heat death, the expansion of the universe. The universe is expanding at all times.
Oh yeah.
So maybe there's an edge, but we can see 13.8 billion miles that way. Who's to say what's past it? Again, when you have to take in the time, like if we're looking 13.8 billion miles away, we are seeing that far back into the past. We're seeing that planet 13.8 billion years ago.
Right.
Like, that's why if there's aliens millions of light years away and they look at our planet, they're not going to see humans. They're going to see dinosaurs and think, oh, this planet doesn't fucking matter.
Right. My thought is
wild.
Like, how did everything start? How did something be created out of nothing? So, like, in the very, very beginning, if nothing existed, how did something
Have you ever
come
looked
to be?
into the Big Bang Theory?
What? Yeah.
Like, actually looked into it, not just heard about it?
I watched a lot of, like, graphic.
I don't want the show. I don't want information on the show. Like, I don't know how to look this up differently. Science. Okay, so let's go to space.com. Sure. The Big Bang. Yep. All right, let's retry that. Big Bang Theory is the leading explanation about how the universe began. At its simplest, it says the universe as we know it started with a small singularity, then inflated. That's a weird word for that. But sure, over the next 13.8 billion years, cosmos we know today. Because current instruments don't allow astronomers to peer back at the universe's birth, much of what we understand about the Big Bang Theory comes from mathematical formulas and models. Astronomers can, however, see the echo of the expansion through a phenomenon known as the cosmic microwave background. So, in the first seconds after the universe began, the surrounding temperature was about 10 billion degrees Fahrenheit. Good temperature to bake some cookies. Good
temperature to vaporize some cookies.
To vaporize all of humanity. No, I'm sorry. The cosmos contained a vast array of fundamental particles such as neutrons, electrons, and protons. These decayed or combined as the got cooler. This early soup.
It's a very strange website.
Very scientific words here. The soup would have been impossible to look
ingredients
at.
Would have been a great.
The early soup would have been impossible to look at because light could not carry inside of it. The free electrons would have caused light scatter the way sunlight scatters from the water droplets and clouds. Over time, however, this isn't what I care about. So, the early light, sometimes called the afterglow of the Big Bang. Wow. First of all, that's awesome. The afterglow of the Big Bang.
They put apostrophes.
Of course they did.
Afterflow.
Well, because think about it. The afterglow. That's a sex joke in my science, okay?
Oh.
So
I didn't see it.
Yeah. After is more properly known as the cosmic microwave background. It was first predicted by Ralph Alpher. What a fucking name. Ralph Alpher. Ralphifer. And other scientists in 1948, but was found only by accident almost 20 years later. Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson, both of Bell Telephone Laboratory. a fucking phone company figured out that the Big Bang was real. Sure.
Okay.
Love this. We're building a radio receiver and picking up higher than expected temperatures. At first, they thought the anomaly was due to pigeons and their dung. But even after cleaning up the mess and killing pigeons that tried to roost inside the antenna, the anomaly persisted. Simultaneously, a Princeton University team, led by Robert Dick, was trying to find evidence of the B and realized that Penzias and Wilson stumbled upon it. Teams each published papers in the Astrophysical Journal. So, I mean, there's a lot more, and this is a terrible website, so I found out. The soup of the universe is soupy.
I just love Afterglow, you know?
Oh, dude, the afterglow of the universe. I want to see the sister universe. How it looked. I wonder what it's
The sister
after.
universe was actually a brother. Joke's on you.
Whatever. So, Big Bang Theory as an idea makes a lot of sense. Very hard for people. But
Yeah.
basically, it's the same theory almost. Not so much a black hole, but if we took all of the matter in the universe and just slammed it back together again, crammed it down into the size of a, single thing, we could recreate it. Which, terrible idea. Or we'd just be like stuck in this glob of human.
Right.
One big human glob. For some reason there's a dog over there as part of the glob too. Whoops.
That's the crazy part. They say if the planet were to get sucked into it would reduce the size of that planet to like the size of a ping pong ball. And that ping pong ball would still weigh the exact same amount as that planet was when it was bigger. That's
wild.
insane.
If you go through well, it's all working theory. Nobody's ever sent anything, which should. Let's send a camera in. Just see what.
But the problem is we aren't close enough to a black hole to.
Well, we just don't have the technological advancements to send something that far out into space.
Yeah,
we'll get there. Get there.
Or we might just create a black hole on Earth, the way it sounds.
Or another cataclysmic event. All technology's lost.
Yeah, but they have that damn.
But we have different records.
We have that technology, dude. There's like that big circular thing that slams atoms together.
Oh, the Cern super collider?
Yeah, they say that could possibly create a black hole.
I don't know if that's true. Let's do a quick look into that. We're doing a lot of Google today. A lot of Google. Cern.
Can you imagine if they, instead of Google, they called it like Googly or something? I'm gonna check.
Google's a weird enough name. Cern super collider black hole. Apparently it's already happened. Will CERN generate a black hole? This is from CERN's website. Oh, they can't be trusted, can they?
No. Of course they're gonna say it's not possible.
It will not generate black holes in the cosmological sense. However, some theories suggest that the formation of tiny quantum black holes may be possible. That's kind of cool.
Told you. I told you.
The observation of such an event would be thrilling in terms of our understanding of the universe.
Sure it would be.
And would be perfectly safe. Would it?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
you're creating a tiny. Well, it's literally too small for Earth to get sucked into. Lose your pen. You know, your pen can
it's gonna drill a hole about that big through the entire Earth.
That's fine. What do we need that for? What do we need that much? Sacrifice.
I mean,
so
I don't know.
The creation of black holes at the Large Hadron Collider is very unlikely. However, some theories suggest the formation of tiny quantum black holes may be possible. Oh fuck! I already read that. Black holes form in space when certain stars much larger than our sun collapse on themselves at the end of their lives. They concentrate at a very large amount of matter in a very small space. They're so dense that the gravity they exert is such that not even light can travel out of them. Speculation about black holes at the Large Hadron Collider refer to particles produced in collisions of pairs of protons. These are microscopic or quantum black holes. Scientists are not at all sure that quantum black holes even exist. Physical part of the experiments at the Large Hadron Collider, colliding particles happen in nature all the time. We know, for example, that the Earth is constantly bombarded by cosmic rays. Cosmic rays hit the atmosphere, particles are collided with one another in much the same way as the collisions planned at the Large Hadron Collider. Just as we know that Earth is safe under the natural bombardment from cosmic rays, we know that recreating these possesses no threat to the Earth. Nature's collisions are also much higher energies than those at the Hadron Collider. Okay, here we go. What if you create a black hole? Let's hear this. Creation of a quantum black hole would be very surprising, but exciting indeed. It would allow physicists to learn about nature's most elusive force, gravity. Doesn't seem very elusive. Look at this. Gravity.
What if you'd have done that and it just floated up?
Like, fucking elusive, bitch. Gravity.
Like gravity was its own entity, and it was like, nah, fuck you.
That would be awesome, actually.
I'm just gonna fuck this kid's world.
Dude, I'd shit everywhere. I'd be like, I'd scream because we got it on camera. Like, we fucking got it, boys.
Yeah.
Woo!
You'd be like, no, fuck you.
So, remember particle collisions? Oh, what? It didn't tell me anything. What would be the significance of a black hole creation? It would confirm theories that our universe is not four-dimensional, but indeed hosts other dimensions. It would be quite a spectacular philosophical outcome, in the same way that the theory of relativity or of quantum mechanics revolutionized our way of thinking. Discovering the existence of extra dimensions would be a major new milestone in our understanding. So, why is that? What? Oh, it's a movie.
Oh.
Strange. Dude, the Cern Super Collider's sick.
Yeah.
You know how bad I want to go to Switzerland and see them blast some shit into some other shit? Which you technically can't see because it's too fast and too small, but...
Well, they have computers that'll...
I could watch that online, but I still want to go there. I think it'd be sick. Look at that fucking thing. But, so... Dude, there's some wild shit. We didn't need aliens to build the CERN Super Collider. Or maybe we did.
Or did we?
Yeah. Good question. Maybe you're an alien. Maybe I'm an alien. World may never know.
Okay, I'll just let... I'm an alien. My name's Ralph. I come from...
Ralph?
Yeah.
Ha! Fucking loser. Whose parents name him Ralph?
Ralph, like Ralph
No.
Alfredo, was it?
No, it was not Ralph Alfredo.
I thought it was something like that.
No, it was Ralph Alpha. Ralph Alpha.
Alpho or...
I don't know what else there is to talk about. Very short episode if we end it here. So, now let's get into some one last... No, I don't really think that fits in today's podcast, where we've gone very weird, alien, science-y. But, okay, so black holes confirming other dimensions. Does it mean, like, dimensions as in... I hate that there's so many definitions for the word dimension. Like, does it mean like a fourth dimension where like something we can't comprehend? Just like a two-dimensional thing cannot comprehend a third dimension. Us could not comprehend a fourth higher dimension. Our brains just will not allow us to. So does it mean like that type of dimension, like another weird thing, weird fourth dimension thing, or like dimensions as in like the multiverse? Which one of those things are we saying it confirms? You ever thought about the multiverse theory? Like there's an infinite number of universes, all almost at the exact same time, but where things are slightly different. Like,
right.
Just slightly. Or they're way different.
Yeah.
I love the idea. There's another universe where you made the right decision. Something. Right. Where you decided, I'm gonna do this, and it was the wrong fucking choice. I like the idea that there's a universe where I didn't fuck up. But I hate that I am in the universe where I have not made a single correct decision.
Well, maybe when you die, you go to that other dimension.
So, there's actually a thought. Deja vu is actually versions of you in other dimensions die. Kind of a cool idea. But again, there's so many weird theories. Like last Thursday, ever heard of that? It's the idea, it's a theory that cannot technically be disproven. And it's that the universe and all your memories, all your pictures, everything in the universe came into being last Thursday. There's no tangible proof that it's wrong. Because of the way everything's worded. Because it's that everything, pictures, memories, everything, came around last Thursday. Poof. And there's no way to prove it wrong. Because you say, well, I remember I was here last Wednesday. Their response is, that's just one of the memories you got when you came into being. Wild. Huh. People believe this shit. They wonder why I question the existence of a god.
There's a lot of shit that could be
there's
true
a lot
that
of
we
ideas.
just never knew.
Like, and there's a lot better gods than Christian. Like, there's a lot cooler gods to follow. You know what's wild about Norse mythology? What is that? Your phone vibrating?
Hello.
Phone call. Sorry, guys. So, talk over this for a second. Norse mythology, actually, most of the stories about the gods and stuff lost in time because the Norse people did not keep a good record of everything. They lost, stuff was burned, taken, all these stories were lost. So the stories we have are just a small fraction of what we actually know about that religion. And there's so many crazy stories. These steaks swatting. Get out of here. Those aren't steaks, those are breasts.
The steaks that... I guess it...
So, we actually have no record of what Loki is. Like, we know he's not technically a god, he's a giant. Or he's just a giant. There's no record of what Loki actually looks like, who,
Alright.
She knew you were doing a podcast. Fucking. God damn it. Need you for 1 hour. Hasn't even been an hour yet. She has no right. But
she's got the vagina chip.
There you go. Here you go again.
Chandler.
She's not the only one. There's plenty of vagina.
Oh,
that's
I'd
less
spend
me.
more time with you if you had a vagina, but
Well, I don't, and I don't
You don't.
plan on getting one.
you like the Bruce Jenner,
No. But is it
Caitlyn
because
Jenner.
the hair
Yeah,
and the titties? But did you hear what I was saying about Norse mythology?
about Loki.
Well, no. So Norse mythology is wild because we know almost nothing. Because most of the stories and shit were lost and will never be found. So, like,
Why'd you lose?
fucking, you leave stuff somewhere, you come back, it's gone,
Some god burned it up, and
But, like, so Loki, there's actually no record of what he looks like or anything. Like, for Odin and Thor and all the other gods, there's descriptions. Nothing for Loki. So he could be Tom Hiddleston. And that's why he plays such a good Loki. It's because he just is. That's my... And actually, Thor, in Norse mythology, the best Marvel representation of Thor is Fat Thor. I'm not kidding. But I don't like to think of Thor as a fat dude. God.
gods can be fat.
Well, yeah, like the god of fucking fat asses, not the god of thunder.
Well, he falls into the river. It makes a thunderous splash.
Sure. Some of the, like, okay, so, round this into video games now. There's a theory that the god of war games, the god of war, he is Kratos in those games. The Norse god of war is Tyr. There's a theory right now that in the next god of war, we're gonna find out he's not Kratos. He's actually Tyr.
I like God of War. Fun
Which,
shit.
I've never played the God of War games, but the stories about Tyr are awesome. So Fenrir,
Oh, God of War.
Fenrir, who in the Marvel universe is Fenrir, giant wolf dog. His actual story. So when Ragnarok comes, like it did in the Marvel universe, they just didn't. Odin, Thor, and all the other gods die. That's how Ragnarok is. You just fucking. I just fucked your hand. How'd it feel?
Violated.
Violated. How do you think my fingers feel? It was weird that I was sitting here like this, though. I was ready. So Tyr and Fenris. So Fenrir, sorry, is supposed to be the one who kills Odin.
Fenrir.
Is supposed to be the one who kills Odin. He will kill Odin.
Yeah, you got killed by the rear.
The only god who wasn't afraid of Fenrir was Tyr. So they kept hiring these dwarves to make chains to chain up Fenrir. And he'd just keep breaking out of them. So they made some unbreakable ones. And, Fenrir said, I'll let you put me in them, and if I break out, then whatever. But if I don't, I'm going to bite somebody's hand off. So somebody has to put their hand in my mouth. The only god who wasn't afraid of Fenrir was Tyr. He just did. Fenrir to break the chains, get off Tyr's hand. Fucking badass. The idea that Odin, the Allfather, is afraid of Wolf Dog, and Tyr's just like, fucking here, wham, hand in mouth. Love it. Badass.
Yeah, I'll let you play God of War. I think you'll like it.
Sucks that I'm so poor. Can't buy all these video games. Hey, but you're a psycho. You'll buy like all the single player video games the day they're out, but you'll wait for multiplayer games, which are the ones that expire. Discord.
How?
So like Or Discord? No. But like, you know, Call of Duty only has a 1-year life cycle. But, you know, God of War, I could play it now and I wouldn't have missed anything. So I think you do that shit backwards. You buy the wrong games on release day, save the other ones for different time. Good?
Yeah.
So Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks badass. Definitely gonna get it.
Oh, it looks good.
Dude,
I've never played an Assassin's Creed game, but I'm playing that one.
Well, I'll let you,
yeah. You have to fucking beat them first.
Well, they're like the longest storylines.
Are they long or are you just bad?
Well, no, you can actually go through and just do the actual main storyline and finish it quickly. But there's so many side missions that, you know, they're fun. It's not like they're side missions. You kind of go out and do stupid lame
sick of this shit. Got it.
And it's better to level up. Go do the quest, because the main quests are usually harder. Level up and you get
I'm excited.
Gold weapon.
Viking games excite me. I loved For Honor. I wish it wouldn't have been so goddamn bad. Like, the idea for it and the gameplay was actually really fun, but the servers and shit were... For Honor, it could have gotten better, but I gave up on it. But it was sick. You just had 3 factions. Yo, cat. Ouch. Damn. So, but For Honor, you had the 3 warring factions. You had Knights, Samurais, and Vikings. Playing as a Viking was so much fun. Because nobody could stop a berserker. Because they're just fucking insane. Because that's literally in their name. Berserker. You heard that? Of course you fucking did with your fucking cat ears and shit. We now have a running joke that he's actually a cat.
Oh, he's not a cat, huh?
Yeah. Cat person. Kind of like a ferret. Ferals, cats are...
Wouldn't it be like...
Never played the game. I am a cat. I mean, yeah. See? Cat.
Oh, woof.
Ah! What do you mean it seemed old? Very confusion. His confusion.
He's talking about the game you're talking about.
Yeah, but what do you mean it seemed old?
Typo.
Type-yo.
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 That sounds like
Type-yo.
Sounds like a Star Wars droid.
Dude. You gonna be able to play this weekend?
I hope so.
Fuck, we're ignoring social. We fucked.
Damn.
I mean, I fucking fingered your hand just a bit ago.
Well, you know, at this point, I'd rather just, you know, almost get it, fight it off, and then not be able to get it.
I think we already had it. I'm still going.
I think you already had it for sure. I don't know. I know
I got like fucked, dude.
I know I spent a lot of time around you when you had it, if you had it.
We spent a lot of time.
And
back then.
I know I got, you know, like a sore
throat,
but it was only like
no matter what sickness you get, you're normally except for mono. You
oh my fucking god,
that one fucked you up. But any other sickness you get, you're just big chilling. You're just like, nah, I got like kind of a sore throat. Seemed okay, like you need master. Oh, you did have to get really good at it. I either played as the Berserker or the Valkyrie, or not the Valkyrie. Fuck, what was her name? The Knight version of the Valkyrie. She was quick. And you know, something I'm not in real life, so I like to be quick. So, nimble. Cat, you showed up really late, though. We were literally wrapping up the podcast. Then I got distracted by Assassin's Creed.
I have a feeling that's going to be a badass game.
Odin is with us. It just told me I was like, that's rough. I tweeted it out over an hour ago. Tweeted it. I didn't put it in the Discord, though.
I'm just waiting for.
Have you joined my Discord? I know you have. You're in my Discord. Nope. Dick. I have not. See, you can't trust Mixer to actually tell you when people. It will tell you at some point that they are live, but it will not tell you when they are live. I've gotten notifications and clicked it, and they've been offline. What the fuck? I think that's...
But anyway, yeah.
Could you do it over again? No, you'll have to just check YouTube tomorrow. Or Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Good time, bro.
I'm just hoping there's, like, every single Assassin's Creed I've always can dismember.
I'm not, no.
Dismember. Like, you know, slice.
Well, you saw him cut the guy's head off.
Yeah. So I
don't think we've ever seen beheading in a trailer.
Yeah, because normally you can't.
Because normally they're not
go
Vikings
through and stuff. But like you never chop any arms off or anything like that.
Because most people don't. Vikings are different. They have to cut the heads off because then we gotta remove all your skin and your brains, take your skull and drink out of it. You know, skull.
Oh.
Vikings are fucking badasses.
That's the only thing I wish was a thing in all Assassin's Creed is that I feel like you're wielding a big ass sword. It should chop some limbs off.
I don't have enough time, but it's only been an hour and 10 minutes. I need to set up command. I only have one. Rest in pieces? No. The tombstone. Tombstones? Black Ops 2? The tombstone drink machine?
Oh.
Rest in pieces, down for the count. No revival. I'm about to be bleeding out. I'm just sliding.
You cannot.
My chair's just going murr.
You underestimate my power.
Don't try it.
You did, and you could barely stop one arm.
No, I was stopping your arm fine. My chair was going, though.
Yeah, and then your chair goes backwards, and I use the momentum and...
Nah, that's not how that would go. But I think we're gonna have to call it there before we literally kill each other. So, anything else you want to say to the people?
Don't do drugs.
Or do drugs. We really can't stop you. So, thanks for watching.
But if you do drugs, Molly.
Peace.